talk more about that and the broader situation in the Middle East. We're joined by Ariel Cohen. He's a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council and the founder of International Market Analysis as well. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. So let's start with what is happening in Moscow today. Do you think Hamas has worked out a separate deal with Russia?
Probably yes. Russia feels kind of funny because the French get credit. You saw the Calderon family mentioned Macron, and of course the United States is involved. And Russia said, "What are we, chopped liver? We have our citizens." Well, the bottom line is the Russians didn't care about their citizens. They did very little to release the hostages, and they were very supportive of Hamas throughout this ordeal and before that, because Russia recognizes the Muslim Brotherhood, the greater Islamist global jihadi organization, as a terrorist organization, but they do not recognize Hamas. The Russians also worked with Hezbollah. There was a lot of Russian weapons found in Hezbollah's arsenals. And what I want to talk about is the two axes that are working against Israel. One is the global axis of Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea that is trying to push the United States out of the Middle East. This is a consistent Soviet and Russian policy for decades. I have documented, statements by the then Foreign Minister Yevgeny Primakov and the Iranian Foreign Minister Velayati from the 1990s when they're talking about that. Now, the smaller anti-Israel axis is Russia, Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, and until recently, Syria. That was the resistance axis that supported Israeli enemies. And my concern is to what extent Turkey will play games now that they have an inordinate influence in Syria.
Well, how do you tie that in with those comments we had from Turkey yesterday, then saying they are willing to take some of the Hamas Palestinian prisoners who are being released in this phase of the deal? Do you think Turkey is stepping up to be a bigger player in all of this?
Turkey fashions itself as the neo-Ottoman, as an Ottoman Empire player in the Middle East. It competes with Israel, but it also competes with Iran. It has a relationship with Russia, a working relationship, but it also recognizes the illegality of the Russian occupation of the Ukrainian territory, including Crimea, where I'm from, and where Turkey or the Ottoman Empire was the hegemon in the southern part of Ukraine up to the 18th century, and the competition between Russia and Turkey is ongoing for centuries. So we have these long games that great powers play, and Israel needs to navigate very carefully how we protect our security and keep our people safe.
Well, do you think that the Israeli government has pursued the right policy when it comes to Russia then? We saw there was a certain level of cooperation, wasn't there, with regard to Syria? That no longer applies, given that Russia has been incrementally pushed out of Syria. But what should the policy be now between Israel and Russia, do you think?
It's a very calibrated policy. The main challenge for Israel now is to secure herself from the Iranian nuclear arsenal, from the Iranian nuclear program. And for that, Bibi Netanyahu is in Washington today talking to President Trump. There's a lot of pressure on Trump not to take out the Iranian nuclear program. There are a lot of isolationists coming to high positions in the Trump administration. So the struggle is going to be how Israel, the United States, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and others are working together to neutralize the greatest challenge for the Middle East, not just for Israel, but for the Sunni Arab states and for the United States and the West in general. How do we defang this axis of evil, axis of resistance, call it whatever you want, and deliver a blow to the Russian and Chinese designs to dominate the Middle East. And for that, we need to take out the Iranian nuclear program.
All right, Ariel Cohen, great to talk to you. Thank you very much.